Welcome back to the channel, folks. This is Steven from Xhausted. Today we're working on the green bean, doing some vinyl wrap. So all we got left on this thing is the tailgate, and that's the new color. So it's a 2080 film from 3M, matte pine metallic, I believe it is. Awesome color. My wife picked it. It's my wife's truck, and just trying to get it looking good for her. It's got like 300,000 on it. I don't know if you can see it from here, but it's got some dents. We're gonna be doing a little bit of body work, a little bit of obviously debadging. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right to what we're gonna need. For this tailgate, Bondo. So with Bondo, you're gonna need hardener. The body work that I'm doing is not recommended by professionals. Like I said, it's mine. Some blue tape, sandpaper, varying grits. I've got 100, 400, and 800 is what I'm gonna be using today. A cheese grater. This thing, you're probably gonna have to dig through your dad's toolbox. It's probably with his files. This one is older than me, so it's gonna be like the preliminary blocking phase. So yeah, that one will save you a lot of time. Bondo spreaders, something kind of like that. You know, they make better ones. And razor blades. If you're in a protected sex, rubber gloves. I'm gonna opt out of that. That's not really my thing. And then paper towels. This is like a necessity for life with everything that I do. So, if you like what you're about to see, click that subscribe button. Appreciate you. I'll be right back. We'll go ahead and get started. Cut. So I'm back. This something I forgot to mention. General purpose adhesive cleaner. Excuse my speech impediment there. These things are a pain in the butt to get off. Trucks are like 20 years old. They're like flimsy little rubber emblems. I cut them off with a knife. And, you know, just get them off of there. We're going to do some cleanup to this tailgate anyway. But if you rub the adhesive down with this after you get the emblem off, it softens it up and makes it where it scrapes off not so difficult. There really ain't no good way to do this. An eraser wheel kind of is helpful, but I can knock the glue off with this pretty quick once it's softened up. So I'm gonna hit it again with that adhesive remover, let it soften up a little more. Be back. Alright, so what I got, scraped off most of the glue, and what I got is really strange. The tailgate has been repaired multiple times, and they just taped around the emblems, and you can see there's a major bump where they repaired it. So what I'm gonna do is like literally patch the low area with filler, and then I'm gonna sand it off and put some paint on top of it and wrap this thing anyway. I've had really good luck with it doing it that way. It's not it's not glorious, and if you took the wrap off, you would want to repaint the truck afterward anyway, so there's really no losses. And I think a lot of people are in that circumstance, like they've got a cheap truck they picked up, like this one. I mean, it was a $2,400 truck. Don't really want to spend a ton of money on it to wrap it, you know, or excuse me, to paint it. I'm trying to get away with the wrap because overall we're right around $400 invested to make this thing look pretty good. My wife's tickled with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix up some Bondo and get this sanded down to where it'll accept it, where it's kind of roughed up, and a couple of other places, this big dent. And I'll get right back with you. Alright, so when you're working with Bondo, if you ain't got no experience with it, or about as much as I do, which is very little. What I like to do is mix it up in the can first. I think it's like very critical because it kind of separates when it's sitting on the shelf, even if it's brand new. So use stuff that you can throw away because it's aggravating to get it off. So we're gonna use a bunch of it because we ain't scared around here. We're gonna fill the hole up and then we're gonna let it dry for a while. So get you a nice puddle of Bondo, depending on how big your hole is you're filling up. And then you got a cream hardener. One comes with the pack or with the can, and it's plenty to do what most people need. But I went ahead and bought a big thing of it because I've been using it a lot more lately. And then I'll be able to go in and catch back up with y'all tomorrow after I smear this stuff out. So when you do your hardener, that's probably plenty. Mixing it in the tube is critical because this stuff separates too. So before you actually use it, just try to like squeeze it up, you know. And then I usually mix it up a little bit with like a stick or something to make sure I've got enough hardener in it. I think we're gonna be good. That way you get it kind of sort of distributed. That's like Picasso. Yeah. Alright, so then you take a spreader. Yeah, there it is. Take your Bondo spreader and mix it up like that. And you'll get a more thorough mix. Your goal is get it to all be the same color. You don't want a whole lot of swirl and stuff in it because it ain't good yet. It's about good. Alright, I got the big spreader here. So try to keep your stuff nice and even. Less lines the better, because you're gonna have to come back and get those back out. So I'm making a mess. Had too much on at one time, but it's cool. So almost gonna leave it here. I'm just gonna come back with a clean spreader, and then I'm gonna take off what like ridiculous excess I've got. Yes, I just came up with a pretty funny thing. This is gonna suck so bad when I sand it down and paint it that I'm gonna have to literally Bondo it again and paint it again, like Bondo lamination. So we're doing the process of Bondo lamination, and it's gonna look good. Yeah, we're exhausted. Keep up the good work, Brandon. So I'm back, and it didn't get quite as fast on me as I thought it did. And after this, I'll be back tomorrow for sure. This is the cheese grater part. It's still kind of soft, so it's gonna work a little faster. I wish I could take that handle off. This thing's oldie goldie. Actually, I'm gonna drop this tailgate. Yeah. That's the method. Man, that's a deep dent, y'all. That's a deep dent. That's a pretty good sized plane. And I'm touching it on either side of the tailgate there. So that dent is sizable. I'm gonna just have to let her dry a little more. Cut a little bit here. Nice dent. It goes all the way up too. Thing's flat. Brandon, I don't know what you're gonna do with this part, but take it for what it is. That dent is like this long. You see the problem. Alright. So I'm back, and I got this thing sanded down, bondoed in all the places that were low. As you can see, there were plenty. This thing had more dents in it, more bumps than Scarface. That's a lot. So they're not perfect. I don't have a body shop. I just used what I had. which was a ton of sandpaper that was way too fine. And it was way too much work. And didn't do a very good job. But it's acceptable. We're gonna roll along. Gonna get a wrap on this thing. And once I get it hung up, I'll start, I'll get the squeegee down in one spot. I'll fire the camera back up. Let y'all see how this is done.
Tell me, why do I still feel so alone?